Hey everybody, we're going to talk about these headphones and why I think they're the best value for autism headphones. They might not be the best headphones, but bang for buck, I think that you're going to like these the most. Now I need to start by saying we are not affiliated with this company in any way, shape, or form. They don't even know we're making this video. I just thought it would be something nice to help the autism community. So their name is kind of long. It's Howard Light by Honeywell, but all you need to remember really is that they're called Impact Sport. You can see that there. And we'll leave a link in the description where you can find them on Amazon, but really just any sporting goods store should have them. And the premise behind these is this part with the, I don't know what you call those pads. This functions like normal headphones, but what they have is a microphone and little headphone speakers inside, so you can still get audio into them. It's just they get rid of the very high decibels. And so in essence, if you know anything about audio, it's kind of like a high pass filter where it cuts off certain frequencies and lets the other ones go in. And you don't need to remember any of that stuff, but basically it normalizes the audio to where there's no really high highs or really low lows. It's just a steady stream of audio going into your ears. And that makes it really nice for people who have, sensory processing issues, and maybe they want to go to an activity, they just are a little bit overwhelmed. We're going to show a little bit of these headphones at a monster truck rally that we took our kids to, and they really enjoyed it. And you'll be able to see that they were still stimming, they still had a lot of sensory input, but they were able to handle it because of these headphones. I need to back up too a little bit and talk about how I found out about these headphones and the type of situations we've used them for. I've known about these headphones for years. My family and I, we love the outdoors. We love catching fish, and we love going on pheasant hunts and things like that. And even when we're, target practicing and things like that, we use these headphones to communicate because it does cut out the very loud noises, but we can still hear each other talk. Now, when it comes to going after pheasants, that's very important because you have dogs running around, you have other people. If you're not strictly adhering to safety, and first of all, that's the most important thing. We are very, very strict on safety. But beyond that, you have to be able to hear what's going on around you, or else you could be in a very dangerous situation, right? Because there's other people and animals, and everyone's really excited to get their pheasant. So these came really in handy in that situation, and they worked flawlessly, and I was able to rely on them. And they do have batteries in them, and the batteries last a really long time, so I never had any issues with them going out or anything like that. So yeah, very, very effective headphones. I'll show you where the battery compartment is here. You just kind of pop this off. This is the only difficult part that I've had with the headphones, is getting to the batteries. You kind of have to fiddle with it a little. There's like a little lip down there. See if I can pop it off here. Okay, so there you go. There's the battery compartment. It just takes 2 AAA batteries. I think that's my wife's phone going off in the background. And then you just snap it back on. And then these are the microphones for each ear, and they feed audio into here. And as you can see, let me know if you can see that, sweetheart. I'm not calling you guys sweetheart, I'm calling my wife sweetheart.
Yeah, you're not his sweetheart.
So there's this little volume rocker right here. And when you turn it off, you'll hear an audible click. So satisfying. And so you can adjust the level too of the audio that's coming in. A really nice feature is this 3.5 millimeter head jack. So what you can do is, if you want to go to your moment of zen, you can just plug in your iPod or whatever MP3 player, plug it right into the headphones, put them on, and it shuts out the outside audio while bringing in your music or your audiobook or whatever you want to listen to. So that's a really nice function. So yeah, they come in all different colors. I think I've seen pink, purple, blue, red, green, different digital camos, all that kind of stuff. Because they were intended for, outdoor activities, you do see them in camo patterns a lot. But setting that aside, you can find them in plain colors, and they just look like normal headphones you'd take to like a theme park or something like that. They're really comfortable. I think I want to say up to like maybe an hour of use, and then they might start to agitate your head. I have a pretty big noggin, so your mileage may vary, but I thought they were pretty comfortable. There are Bose headphones that basically they invert sound waves so they can cancel out. They're noise canceling headphones, if you know how that technology works. But basically, if there's a sound wave doing this, it'll invert it and play it back. So you have two audio waves going into your ears at the same time. Now, depending on your threshold, that might be annoying or fine, but I found it a little bit distracting after a while, kind of like 3D glasses, where it's tricking your brain into thinking something that's not actually true. In this case, it's tricking your brain into thinking it's quiet when you're actually getting two forms of audio into your ears. So yes, it cancels out noise, but it's kind of an audio trick, if that makes sense. Whereas this actually cuts down on the decibels. So I think things like this are a little bit better. In relation to autism especially, for people on the spectrum, for people with sensory issues, these have worked great. I'm going to show some footage here of the monster truck rally we took our kids to because we really wanted to put these things through their paces, see how well they worked. And as you can see, our kids are having a great time. They're enjoying themselves. Our littlest, he probably has the biggest issues with sensory issues with both input and output. So he craves input, but at the same time, if he gets too much input, he will really start to stam and make noises and grit his teeth. And you can see that he's making certain movements with his mouth, sticking out his tongue and stuff like that. It never got to the point where he melted down. If we didn't have the headphones, he would be plugging his ears and complaining and maybe even crying because it's just too much for him. It's too much for a lot of people, let's be honest. It's very loud, but especially for people on the spectrum, it's just way too much. But these headphones really pulled through. They worked well. When we've been on long car rides, if you're an autism caretaker, you might want to consider this because of safety issues while driving. You're still able to hear sirens like from an ambulance or a car horn honking, that kind of thing. But you can shut out loud screams if your child or loved one is having a really difficult time through stimming or through having a meltdown, that type of thing. So in a nutshell, these cost around, I want to say $75. Back when I first got my first pair, I want to say it was like 2012, they were like $40. So I think I covered everything. If you have any comments, questions, or anything like that, let us know in the comments section. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a video. And thanks for watching.